They started out in Ramesses, and then they moved to Succoth, and then found themselves in Etham. Someone say that there was a resting place for you, and there is a border for you. And they found themselves on the edge. I want to talk about 4 different types of journeys that we can find ourselves into today. There are more than 4, but I just want to harp on 4 that we can identify rather quickly and more naturally in our daily walks. We can find ourselves on a physical journey. This can be typically moving from point A to point B. And we can really coincide with what the scripture is saying here, because we see that now the Israelites are on a journey and they're moving from Ramesses to Succoth to Etham, right? And some of us can maybe on a body transformation. This can be a physical journey as well. Some of us want to shed a few pounds. Some of us want to gain a little bit of weight. But nevertheless, it is a physical transportation and a journey that you find yourself on, where it takes time, where you need to be disciplined and diligent in the journey that you are taking. Do you feel like you're on a physical journey today? We also find ourselves in an emotional journey. One day we are happy, another day we are sad, and we found ourselves on a roller coaster of emotions. We are not able to control what we are feeling, and sometimes we are overwhelmed with what we are feeling. That is what your emotion is. It is nothing but a feeling for a moment of time only. It is not for a duration. It is not a state of mind, but is a momentarily effect and feeling that you have. Just because you are happy today does not mean you are happy tomorrow. Just because you are sad today, that does not mean you will be sad tomorrow, but you must be able to identify the moment that you are in. We also find ourselves on a mental journey. Sometimes we are incapacitated by the thoughts that are in our head, and we are not able to build mental resilience or stability. And now we're looking for how we can come back to a place of foundation where our mind is at ease, and we have a clear mind, and we have a sound mind. And somebody may be struggling in that journey today because you are battling bouts of depression, but I come to tell you that the Lord said flee here, that is not a spirit that he has given you, and you can move along and find your place in your mental journey. And not last but not least, we find ourselves that we should know very well it is a spiritual journey, where we are searching for God, where we want to connect with God, where we want to grow with God. So imagine the multitude of the Israelites that had to go through all of these types of journeys while they're making their point from A to point B. These journeys are never in synchronism. These journeys are never aligned one by one by one. These journeys are never in sync with one another. And sometimes you are reprioritizing which journey you are on based on how you are feeling and the impact that journey is having on your life. So no matter where you stand today, no matter which journey that you are dealing with today, no matter where you are, know that God is bringing you to a place where your journey should be focused on him. But these are the journeys that we are dealing with as people today. Nothing new is under the sun. I can imagine what they had to endure as they were traveling side by side with one another. It was not just them. They had their cattle as well. When you think about a journey, there's 2 types of travelers. There's someone that needs everything for every occasion, and they have to make sure that they put baggages to be claimed and luggages to be claimed. And then you have another individual, matter of fact, there's 3. You have another individual that just wants to put things in a carry-on, and so that they can place it for easy convenience. And then you have another one that just wants to have a backpack or none at all, because when they get to their place of destination, they are going to thrive and experience everything in that place. So they felt like there was no need to bring nothing along with them. Are you on your journey with 10 baggages? Are you on your journey with nothing? Are you in a place where you feel like you need to bring everything with you when you get to the new place? So you're bringing old and bad habits with you to the new place. And you need to be in a place where you are taking nothing at all. Because where God is about to take you, He has everything that you need. How do you feel on your journey today? Do you need to offload some luggage? Do you need to have a mindset change and understand that where you are going, your needs will be fulfilled and met? Or do you feel like you need to continue to carry the weight to every destination that you go? And every destination you go, you're picking up another luggage. I left something. I need to go back. I need to get my other bag because that was in the bag. But God said He's in a season of replacing things for you while you are on your journey. Just because you were used and accustomed to one thing, He says, I have something new and fresh for you. But they're here in Etham now and on the edge of the wilderness. Let's talk about this wilderness. This wilderness, an uncultivated place, an uninhabited place by people, a place where there is a pathless area or region where you can easily find yourself lost and with no direction. But God was very strategic with what He did here. He did not put them in the middle of the wilderness, but He put them on the edge, specifically on the edge. But as we think about these wilderness scenarios in this wilderness that they were in, they found themselves in the desert. Do you find yourself in a desert period today, a desert spot today? We can also think of a wilderness metaphorically as a bewildering scenario or situation, something that is extremely difficult or challenging or confusing. We are walking through this journey. We are traveling through this journey. We found ourselves now in a place of wilderness. The Israelites could have passed through the land of the Philistines, would have cut their trip even shorter on the way to Canaan. But God said, perhaps they repent that they would see war as they passed through Philistine and return themselves to Egypt. So He says if they would have went through Philistine, they would have seen what the Philistines would have done and would have been doing to the people that would have given them a reprobate mind, which would have caused them to want to go back to bondage. What are you experiencing today that is making you think you need to flee back to a place of captivity? What are you experiencing today that you think you need to go back to a place where you are in bondage and you are in shackles and you have no freedom or liberty at all? What are you experiencing today where you feel like you have to revert to your old self? You want to endure another 430 years. But God has given you the out. He has given you the route. He has given you the person to lead you. And He has given you the vision to see that where you are going. And because of these situations we are experiencing today, yes, it is easy to feel like you are in it by yourself. Wilderness can be a desolate place. Remember, there is no roads. There are no signs to say that you are on Marion Street. There is no crossway. There is no intersection for you to say, okay, if I go east or if I go west, I can end up here. If I go north or I go south, I can end up there. There is nothing in this place that gives you a sense of direction. But say that there is a God A God that sees all, a God that hears all, a God that sits high and a God that looks low, and he understands exactly where you are, and he is ready to give you the cover and the guidance and the direction that you need while you are on your journey. We find ourselves now at the edge. There is a border, a demarcation. That means there is something that is about to end and something that is about to begin. So he had them on the edge of the wilderness so that he can isolate them for himself, for his glory. God has you in a wilderness experience today because he has you on the edge, because he wants you for himself. If you are in a place where there is things that are distracting you, then God can't have you to himself. God can't get in touch with you. You can hear his voice as clearly as you would like to hear it because you're distracted by so many things that are around you. But he specifically placed them on the edge, and he has specifically placed you on the edge so he can give you a glimpse of what he is about to take you into. He is ready for you to cross. He is ready for you to step over. He is ready for you to believe that what he is about to do is on the other side waiting for you. So as you are sitting here and standing here on the edge and wondering what sense of direction that you have and where you need to go, God is saying that I am going to send the cover for you. And I will be the cover for you. Now that we have identified that God has purposely put us on the edge, it is only for a season. Because if we were stuck in the middle of the wilderness, there would be a longer period of time for us to get out. So he put us on the edge so that it can be a quick process for what he needs to tell us and what he needs to show us so that we can immediately step into where we need to go. Talk about having cover and guidance and direction on the journey. And verse 21 says, and the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of the cloud. So God says, I see what they are going through. And the desert is fuming, it's blazing. There's no shade from the sun. There's no rain for the drought. There's nothing that can possibly sustain them in this place. So I have to make sure that I am there for every one of their needs. So he said, I am coming in as a pillar of a cloud. This is a firm and fortified foundation. It has provided cover for the Israelites. God saying, I have your cover to cover you from the sun. I have your cover so that you won't get burned up while you are in the wilderness. I have your cover so that you can move in the coolness of the shade. I have made sure that I'm here so that you will not die in the wilderness. Remember that this is supposed to be a short trip. And as you are moving along the journey, I am there every step of the way for you. So as you are moving, I am no doubt will be in the midst. And the cloud represents his glory. So if you are seeking and connecting with God as part of your spiritual journey, God says the cover is here for you, and I will guide you, and I will direct you, and I will keep you safe. And the reason why the cloud had to be in place is so that they protected them from the sight of Pharaoh and the rest of the Egyptians as they were on the search for them. Pharaoh was not satisfied that they left Egypt. He just lost 600,000 workers. What about my pyramids? What about my statues? What about my rivers that need to be cleaned? What about my bath waters that need to be run? He saw that he was now in a place of deficiency and lack. So remember, when someone used to have a hold on you, they understood what you meant to them. They understood what you had did for them. They understood the benefit of you being in their presence. So they now are in a season of lack, and they want to reconnect, so they want to come and find you. But God says, I have to cover you. I have to keep you safe. I have to make sure that the enemy cannot sink his teeth in you and find you to kill you. Not only has he now shown his glory, but I'm going to lead them every step of the way. And this is by the day. So he says, and by night, I will be another pillar of fire to give them light, to go by day and to go by night. So God is saying that 24/7 watch I have over you. Where you are in your journey today, I am there every step of the way, watching and caring for you. No matter what you're feeling, no matter what you're seeing, no matter what you're hearing, God says, I am there covering and keeping you. This fire, this light, this flame, this burning energy, this consuming fire, this heat that God has now displayed unto the earth on your behalf has now distinguished where you need to go when your season has just become darkened. He says that I will be a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your path. But the wilderness is not supposed to have a path. There is nothing there. For those of you that like watching the nature channels and stuff like that, and they turn to the night season where you begin to see the animals start to roam in their natural habitats, looking for prey, looking to seek, looking to devour, looking for a kill, looking for a feed, looking for dinner. You hear the hyena start, you hear the lions starting to roar. You hear the gazelles and the antelopes starting to run and find cover. You hear the crickets. You hear all of these things in the night, ready to feast and latch on to what they can find. They have a nocturnal sight where their eyes give them the ability to see them out of the way. It's ready to lighten up the way for you so that you can move easily. Ready to lighten up the way for you so that you can move easily. So